It wasn't always sunshine and lollipops, Tabitha. But for a crazy old lady, you were okay. Peace. Tabitha? She's alive! Alive!
Your accusations against Teresa and Whitney are ridiculous, Frank.
You hired me to do a job, and I'm doing it. Ethan, both these girls know more than they're admitting.
So you keep saying. Look, Frank, if you were accusing anybody else of a cover-up, maybe I'd buy it. But Teresa and Whitney have no reason to lie.
They both come from very good families.
Whitney's mother is a respected doctor, and her father is the athletic coach at the high school.
Teresa's mother is Pilar, my housekeeper, who has worked for me for years and who I am very fond of.
Besides, Teresa knows that the stalker is dangerous to me and everyone in the family.
They are protecting someone. Who is it? A relative? A girlfriend?
Teresa, what's wrong? Are you all right?
I think she'll be okay if I just get some cold water on her face.
Oh, of course, dear. There's a powder room right at the end of the hall.
Thank you.
I am telling you, they know something.
Lighten up, Frank. You're treating two obviously innocent girls as if they were criminals.
Are you okay, Teresa?
I'm fine. I just had to stop that Frank guy from bulldozing us.
Well, I had to get us out of there. If Ethan would have looked in your eyes 5 seconds longer, he would have recognized you.
It's so unfair, Whitney. Ethan thinks I was stalking him when I never was. I wish I could have stayed in his arms forever.
You're supposed to be over him, Teresa.
I try, Whitney. I really do. But when he looks at me the way he did just now, my heart melts.
Well, we are both gonna go into meltdown if Frank convinces Mrs. Crane and Ethan he's right. Goodbye fashion career for you and tennis future for me. Unless they have tournaments in jail.
Neither one of us is going to jail, Whitney. That's why we have to stick to our story, no matter how tough it gets in there.
Well, easy for you to say, Teresa. I am a terrible liar. I mean, my knees were knocking so hard in there, I'm surprised nobody heard them.
We gotta play it cool, Whitney. If Ethan finds out I'm the girl he thinks is stalking him, he'll hate me. We have to convince him and his mother to drop the investigation.
Well, how are we gonna do that?
We'll have to find a way. If we don't, that bloodhound they hired will hammer at us until we crack it, and then we're cooked. Really cooked.
You never asked how the hearing went, Mother.
Well, I knew it would go well when Mayor Demarest called the police chief.
What are you talking about?
Your father called the mayor and threatened to file a sexual harassment suit against Officer Lopez Fitzgerald.
Father ordered me not to play the harassment card because he didn't want the press leaping all over Sheridan's name. How could he go and use it himself?
Well, I believe your father made the distinction that his way was behind closed doors.
He had no right to interfere.
You haven't been home long, Ethan. Your father frequently plays God. You'll get used to it.
The hell I will, and neither will Sheridan. She will be furious that her brother used her name without her consent.
Well, I wouldn't tell Sheridan, Ethan. There's no reason she really has to know.
I don't care who told you to perform your community service here. It's not gonna happen.
Hey, if I could change my sentence, I would.
What game are you playing now?
What?
You really asking me to believe that you didn't plan this? What were you hoping to accomplish by coming here?
Excuse me?
Oh, did you think that I was gonna throw you out? That way you wouldn't have to perform any of your community service at all.
You know, you really need your head examined. You probably arranged for me to come work here just so you could torture someone named Crane on a daily basis.
If I might say something,
What?
it's clear neither of you wants to be around the other.
Oh, you got that right,
It's
Hank.
double for me.
Well, there is a way out of this mess.
Well, I'm all ears.
Before you got back, Miss Crane offered to make a sizable financial contribution to the center in lieu of her 100 hours.
Oh, a bribe!
Oh, no, no, no. I am not going to give you another reason to arrest me. Forget it.
Hold on a second. There's no need to be hasty here, okay? You know the center needs some money. If you let Miss Crane write another check, then...
There's no way I'm letting her buy her way out of her sentence. But there are some things that Crane money can't corrupt.
You know, I don't need to take this from you.
Well, you won't have to. I'm calling Judge Lawford and having you transferred to some other volunteer organization. I just pity the poor people who she assigns you to.
You know, why don't you have me signed up for a chain gang? I'd rather go do that than have to work for you.
Ooh.
Oh, well, Teresa, are you feeling better?
Much better, thank you, Mrs. Crane. I just hope you believe I'm not protecting anyone.
We're not accusing you of anything, Teresa.
I swear that girl in the sketch is far away from Harmony by now.
Yeah, her whole family moved.
That's right, she won't be back. I'm sure she'll never be a problem to you again.
Well, I certainly would like to believe that that's true.
Well, you can, Mrs. Crane. I'm sure all the incidents with the paint and the milkshakes and everything else were just accidents. She was just nervous being so close to your son.
You almost sound as if you were there, Teresa.
Oh, well, it's just I can imagine how she felt. I mean, I was so nervous the first time I met anyone from your family that, well, my knees were knocking together. I'm surprised you didn't hear them. My whole first day, I was afraid I'd spill something, too.
Oh, honey, you can't compare yourself to that troubled girl. I mean, she stalked Ethan onto the grounds.
Oh, but she's long gone. Unless you want to hunt her down in South America.
Teresa's right. There's no point in continuing this investigation.
Don't worry, Charity. It's gonna work out. We have people helping us now.
That's what I can't get over. I never had friends before.
It is driving me crazy to have Charity around here. I thought I got rid of her.
That could be tougher to do than you think, Kay. What do you mean?
Tell me your idea.
I could be way off base here, but when Charity said her mother's twin has been lost for years, it made me think of your mom.
My mom? My mother doesn't even know if she has any family.
That's because she had amnesia, right?
Yeah.
But she's been searching for the answers to her past for years. And wouldn't it be wild if Charity's aunt turned out to be your mom?
Don't even think that, Simone.
It fits!
There is no way Charity's mother is my mom's twin. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What's wrong, Kay?
Please, tell me where you live, Faith. I live in Castleton.
Castleton?
That's not very far at all, Sam.
Your sister was so close and we never knew.
Maybe that's why I've had all these feelings about my past. Maybe I sensed that Faith was near. We're practically neighbors, Faith. I live in Harmony. That's amazing. My daughter actually hoped you lived there. I have a niece, Sam. Our children have a cousin. I mean, you've always had Hank and all your relatives. Now I have a family.
I am so happy for you.
I mean, I have a sister and a niece, and I can like buy them birthday presents and Christmas presents, but we can fill our whole house with the family we love during the holidays. I have my own family.
You finally got your wish.
My husband and I have 2 daughters and a son that's away at school. Our children are first cousins. I would love to see photos of my nieces and nephew, but I have a surprise for you first, Grace. This is a picture of us when we were younger. It's all I've had of you all these years. Even they couldn't take that away from me. Who's this they she's talking about?
You were dead, Tabitha. Timmy brought you back to life. You owe it to me.
Have you forgotten I gave you life, Dollface? Or even... Oh, Timmy, get me an aspirin. My head's splitting. Make that 2 aspirin. Extra strength. Oh, I'm never gonna drink champagne again as long as I live. But it was a great celebration, Timmy, wasn't it? And that Charity brat and her mother are gone forever.
Timmy hates to spoil your miraculous recovery, Tabitha. But Timmy's got a teensy